I saw that Goff got paid because of this contract. What will the Packers give Jordan Love now? So Goff got a 4-year, $212 million contract extension. That puts him at $53 million a year, number 2 in the NFL behind Joe Burrow. I mean, we're talking a lot of money here. I actually think, though, when we're talking about the quarterback market, the $50 million club prior to Goff was Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts. Those are superstar quarterbacks. Those are our star quarterbacks. Goff, while he's played like a star lately, I don't put him in that same tier. And I think that what's crazy now is we're going to start seeing 50 million as kind of the benchmark for good quarterbacks. And it's sort of like, remember Daniel Jones got the $40 million a year contract, and that sort of put a lot of people over the top again. Like, quarterbacks are starting to take on more and more. Ziggy, this is what you enjoy talking about here. Quarterbacks are starting to take on more and more of the salary cap. Matt Ryan set the benchmark when he had $30 million a year in 2018. He's only 16.9% of the salary cap then. Jared Goff's number is 20.75% of the 2024 cap. So these quarterbacks are going higher and higher and higher. I think Jordan Love, man, he's going to get an extension this year. If Jordan Love waited a year, I bet he went into the 60s.
Yeah, I mean, I remember a few months ago, I was saying that I thought this would be a contentious negotiation between the Packers and Jordan Love. And everyone said, oh, no, the day he can, May 4th, 2024, the first day that he's able to ink that extension, they'll have a number locked up and he'll sign it right away. It's been a couple weeks, and the news isn't the deal's right around the corner. I'll tell you what stands out to me. It's not the dollar number. The dollar number is big, and I don't think a lot of people thought Goff was going to get that. It's the fact that the Lions were only able to get 4 years out of him. Right? So they are making a huge commitment to Jared Goff with this deal, right? Realistically, they can't cut him until at least year 3. And realistically, it's likely,
year 4 or 5.
Yeah, he's going to have to play out most of the rest of the deal. And the fact that they were only able to get 4 years tacked on for making a $53 million APY commitment to Jared Goff, they couldn't get a 5th year, mostly not guaranteed, that they could throw on there, makes me think the market is even stronger than it looks from the outside.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have some thoughts about what this means for the Lions, and we'll talk about that at some point at a later date. But Jordan Love, I think he is going to sign a big contract for a short amount of time.
Okay. I know we gave the prediction earlier this year. I'm trying to remember what was your predict. Do you remember your prediction from earlier?
I don't.
So Jordan Love, yeah, let's say he gets his extension this offseason, which, it's going to probably happen. He's got to go for probably, is he going to match Burrow's number, you think, 55?
I think that Jordan Love will set a new standard on the market.
I'm starting to think that too. Originally, I thought he was going to be, 50 million or so, but now if Goff's getting 53, I think Love, yeah, I'm with you. I think Love's going to approach 60.
If I'm the Packers at this point, I'm willing to give Jordan Love the number he wants, but I'm demanding we get 5 years.
Could you see 60?
60 is high. Typically players, that's asking they come in at almost 10% more than the Burrow deal. That's not going to happen. But something like 56 a year for 5 years, I think, is not an unrealistic.
Yeah, have you guys ever thought about like maybe it's just probably just me, but like sending a letter or something to a quarterback who's making like millions, be like, hey, I'm such a huge fan, blah, 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 this whole thing. Can you give me like $1 million?
$1 million? Yeah.
You get 4 of them to say yes, and you got $4 million right there. Have you ever thought of doing that?
Never.
Like big, like Roethlisberger, I'm a huge fan, been all your games, blah, blah, blah. Like,
can I have $1 million?
You push me like $500K.
It's insane.
Like for my family.
I sent something to Brett Favre once and got a signal thing.
Got a dick pic in return?
Oh, yeah. You can't set him up like that. You can't set him up like that.
You threw me a hanging curveball at 70 over the middle.
I was 7 years old, man.
That's...
Well, you didn't answer my question. So it's a no.
Yeah, I'm with you though, Ziggy. I think that Love is going to get a huge deal now, and it's better for the Packers to do it now. Look at the Cowboys with Dak Prescott. They keep waiting and waiting and waiting. That price tag just goes up. Josh Allen, my guess is going to be the first guy to crack 60 whenever he restructures. Because Josh Allen's what, $43 million a year right now? I bet Josh Allen's the first guy to get to this.
Josh Allen is locked up until 2028. He's not the Bills are not going to redo that deal anytime soon. This is why it's so good and why getting as many years as you can is so important on a deal like this.
You don't think they'll restructure that?
Why would they? Is Josh Allen going to decide to stop playing for them? It's incredibly rare in the NFL when you have multiple years on a player's contract to just completely rip it up and say, we're going to ignore that contract you signed.
I mean, I guess it depends what Josh Allen does. If Josh Allen is looking at the situation saying, all right, these guys, like the market's completely reset. I do a lot. Clearly I do a lot for this team. And like, I understand that's a contract, but I can see him going to the.
When you have multiple cost controlled years, there is basically nothing you can do as a player unless you are willing to retire.
I'm standing by it. I think Josh Allen would be willing to retire.
Has that ever, when was the last time that happened? That a player with multiple cost controlled years was able to get several years at the end of their deal completely ripped up? He might sign a big extension in like 2026, 2027 that adds some more expensive years. But that's a different thing.
Okay, maybe I'll go with that then. Yeah. I think Josh Allen is the first $60 million a year guy. That's the prediction I'm making.
We're going to hit there before Josh Allen is.
It might be Jordan Love.